Once you thought you were in the shadows, haunted by the whispers of your inner ghost. Filled with sorrow, you felt lost. Now you got a key to be free. You know how to control what is coming to your soul.
Hello.
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 Fancy meeting you all here.
Oh,
In a place like this?
Wow.
Imagine
Wow.
that.
Wow. Hello and welcome to Gut Punch RP, a tabletop role-playing game stream channel focused on inclusivity in gaming spaces. I know that I recently redid that and now I just defaulted into the old thing, but yeah. We are raising money for I Need Diverse Games. You could type !charity into the chat to get more information on them, as well as !donate into the chat to get a link to our ongoing Tiltify event. As I mentioned last time, we are doing things a little bit different. So from henceforth until we go on our winter break, we are going to be doing a little donation drive, and our friends over at Dungeons Gate have given us an amazing package of stuff to give away. You'll find more details on our social media once we have everything up, but I'm just gonna go through a lot of like a handful of the goodies that are in this assortment right now because it's exciting. We got some pride dice.
Beautiful.
We've got random pride inclusivity, the inclusive flag pin, as well as some cool how I want to roll and misadventure awaits and dungeon master pins included in the grab bag. They also gave us the book Light from Uncommon Stars, which is a nice sci-fi fantasy adventure with a very awesome trans theme to it. We have some nice little gay agenda dice rolling trays, as well as some of the Dungeon Meister drink cocktail book, the cookbook, and the official D&D Heroes Feast cookbook. So we got a bunch of fun, cool things. So if you would like to be eligible to win these fancy schmancy things and the nice big care package for you, just donate to I Need Diverse Games through our Tiltify event between now and when we go on our winter break. Thank you again, Dungeons Gate. We are sponsored by them. You can type !Dungeons Gate into the chat. You can use the code GutPunchRP to get yourself a nice little 10% off their online storefront. They're an awesome Midwest gaming store that's just awesome. That excludes already on sale items from the discount. We are also sponsored by tabletoploot.com. You can type !Tabletoploot into the chat. Use the same code GutPunchRP there on checkout to get yourself 15% off. If you'd like to support us in non-monetary ways, being here is amazing. Doing things like interacting with us on social media, retweeting the Go Live tweet really does go a long way. If you ever miss a session, then you can find us on YouTube. All of our previous content uploaded there for your viewing pleasure. Since I've completely gone off script for everything, I feel like I'm missing stuff. I don't know. Have I missed anything?
Think so?
It feels right. Feels good.
I think we're good.
Feels right.
I think we're
New
good.
schedule? New stream schedule?
New stream schedule. We've moved to every other week for our Lorelwind game because life has gotten hectic for many of us. So yeah, so we've moved to a bi-weekly thing. We may need to do some adjustments with Darkness Rising because it is also every other Friday, but right now because of things, we're kind of on the same week, so we need to like shift some things around. Something. Yeah, I was gonna message you, Sarah. I was gonna message you. So yeah, I think that's all of the things and the stuff that we need to say about that. Shall I jump into the recap?
Regale us.
Because not a lot happened last week at all. So
Super chill, low key. It's fine.
It was super chill. It was fine. All right. So last time on Lorelwind, our group, after a night of, I don't want to say revelry, but a night of trying to take some enjoyment in the moment. After a night of that, the next morning, our crew was set in with the realization that Bjorn was indeed cursed and that we needed to do something about it before things got worse. The crew knew that in order to break the curse, they needed a variety of, or at least 2 of the 3 of the things from a potential list that could be used in a ritual in order to break the curse. These included, but were not limited to, a book that has never been read, a hag's promise, a twice murdered raven, and a clock that runs backwards. Having already procured and dispatched and redispatched of a raven in order to have a twice murdered raven, our group split up in order to potentially find a book that has never been read and secure some scrolls or casters to be able to cast both the slow and the haste spell on a clock in order to get it to click backwards. A variety of shenanigans, adventures, misadventures, near misses, encounters with former with people who report to a certain Thieves Guild runner who is also a certain aunt of a certain character. Maybe going with the same agenda, as well as a variety of other fun encounters. Our party was able to secure all the things that they needed in order to cast the ritual, and regrouped at the hotel, the penthouse, whatever it is that Blaze and Hazel were staying in order to cast the ritual. Everyone got in position. Each of the members of the crew added a little something extra to help the ritual. And then finally, Sullen cast. And Bjorn saw a vision of Iona, maybe thinking that she had come to accompany him to Valhalla. But in fact, she was telling him that his time was not yet done. And for the first time in a long time, he breathed in an easy breath, cured from his curse, returned to full strength. But before the celebration could commence, Scotty got a message from Ascending Stone. A message asking of her whereabouts. The message, Scotty, where are you? As much as I hate to say this, I mean, need your help. Vasimir stole something. And that is where we begin.
Oh shit, I'm supposed to start?
I mean,
Up to you.
you
Well,
can
You
respond
can
to the
reply to that
message.
message.
Yeah, I mean, Stolins is peering across the room, little sweat droplets happening as, like, you know, all the stuff happening. There's a naked man in the middle of the floor. Well, not naked. But
Naked? I mean,
you weren't
okay.
wearing your
that
clothes. You were
escalated.
slimy.
Yeah, I mean,
He was wearing
I'm not
chainmail.
looking at that.
chainmail. But you said something about drawing a sigil on his chest, so I don't know. where we
Apparently there
ended
was
up with
stripping
that.
involved now. I don't know.
Well, I don't know why you took off all his clothes. It really only needed to be the top half.
Don't tell
Yeah,
me.
that really wasn't necessary, was it? Like,
Sullen looks at Annabelle and Sharon is like, it was medically necessary.
uh-huh. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a discussion
Yeah,
for
Lorelwind.
you two. I'm just-
What do you
Yeah,
mean
go ahead.
Vasimir took something? We're in Rosenberg. Bjorn's not wearing any clothes for some reason. How can we get a hold of you? Can you respond to this message? I don't know how this works. It's Bjorn back.
did you get-
What?
Yeah, Bjorn is just looking at Scotty in confusion, like, what the fuck?
Scotty?
I just got a message from Kyola. She said that something was taken by Vasimir. She wanted to know where we were.
Oh, that's
Shit.
disappointing.
She's not ringing back, though. Can she respond back after she's called me?
She'd have to use another spell slot, not on the stone.
Monday.
Yeah, her own magic, right? Yeah.
Can we expand on what's going on?
Oh,
So-
right. Yeah.
Do you remember when I think that you had just joined us and Natasha had left all of us letters? And then Scotty
Yes.
went missing, and then we got you, and then Scotty came back, and Scotty had all the letters.
Yeah. That was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, mine had a cipher in it. And he's like, you know, sort of trying to like shakily pull the piece of paper out of his robes, and hands it to you, and says, it said that Simon, my brother, the one I killed, is something.
Basically,
So-
the ruler of the Feywild is looking for an object that happens to seemingly contain the soul of Sullen's brother.
But we didn't know that until after we had done pretty much everything that we could, and I hadn't told anybody who he was or who I was or what exactly was happening or what that meant. And then Kyola had something in the bowl and left, and we assumed that she still had it on the top of a staff, which we weren't supposed to be carrying in open air, but we were. And then we went to this one party where there was the Queen in the Summer Court who was looking for her staff with an orb on top of it.
Supposed to be super powerful too. It can store a lot of magic.
Yeah.
And Vasmir has it now.
Right.
Vasimir being the other child of that queen who's trying to find it.
Right.
That's a whole lot.
Yeah.
And the ball doesn't know who it is.
So
Yeah, there was that too.
Yeah.
So how can you confirm that the ball is your brother?
Well, I trust Natasha, and also I haven't exactly seen or heard of him since I...
Can you just... Natasha's the one who did what now?
Very sexy lord.
Various untrustworthy things.
Incredibly hot while doing it.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Very
But
trustworthy.
Also,
These are contradicting stories.
I agree.
Listen, sometimes evil is still sexy.
No, I
evil.
don't disagree with that at all.
no, she was a not exactly not
Complicated?
if her own interests aligned with being truthful, then she would be. And if not, then she wouldn't. Generally speaking. So I don't know what incentive she would have to lie about Sullen's brother, or what incentive she would have to tell the truth about it, but I mean, it's up to you, Sullen, if you think that she's being honest about that.
I don't have any proof to suggest that she wasn't. And I mean, yeah, perhaps I'm a little more willing to trust her, more willing to trust anyone that has any shred of information about potentially saving someone that I'm responsible for. Someone I've known since I was born.
That cipher did
And he just
come
digs
bundled.
out her tankard from her bag and just takes a swig at that.
The cipher did come bundled with a number of messages that seemed quite genuine, which, granted, could be a diversion, but I think lends credence to the idea that it might be real.
It also is a good way to get you all a little more attached.
It's true.
Well, she also kind of kidnapped Skadi, and we were about to tear the entire party apart to try and make sure that she was back and safe. So, a bit of an olive branch as well, in context.
It's like chews on like her lip for a second. Scotty, do you trust this?
Well, she didn't seem to want something, and telling Sullen that something is Simon doesn't seem to be getting her anything. I really think she got what she wanted, which was someone under a dream curse. So yeah, I'd believe her if she sent a cipher to Sullen to solve.
In all my sleepless nights thinking about this as well, the only thing that I can imagine that she would get out of us finding something again would be that she knows where to find us. And, well, it's been a lot of time and we're a lot more powerful, so
Carlos,
we could hold her off if she decided to betray us at all.
well,
To some extent, it doesn't really... I mean, it matters to us, but it doesn't really matter to this message whether or not Natasha was telling the truth about Simon. The ball is still powerful. It's still being
and it's something.
hunted.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And
I believe
we
Kyola
trust
would tell
Kyola.
the truth, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
she wouldn't contact us unless she needed it.
So it might be worth pursuing as soon as I get my pants on.
You should
Why
be
aren't
doing
you
that
wearing
while we're
pants
talking.
yet?
That's not.
Please
But
just-
another point, though, we are on a bit of a mission where the world is hanging in the balance. Is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
bigger than that?
Is this not a piece of it?
That's what I'm wondering, yeah. If it's wrapped up in all of this. Also.
Because, well, what we're trying to do is to remove pieces of power from Shah, and I have a good venture to guess that, well, if my powers came from a dark entity that seems to be related, then my brother was put in this bowl by a power that is related and equally dark. The same
Likely the
power, in
owl,
fact.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't think that it's a bad call, and perhaps in our end goal to remove that puzzle piece from play, arm ourselves with it.
Losmere seems to be allied with, well, the forces we're trying to defeat, so weakening them might be a
If
good
she's
thing.
trying to get her hands on something like that, on something, then God, this is just gonna get confusing again. But it can't be good. Whatever she's up to, it likely isn't good.
Perhaps this gets us answers. Do all of us have weapons yet? No, Annabelle doesn't have hers.
No, not yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, my sword's pretty good.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a cooler one, but
no, we have to get you a cooler one. You need to just keep looking cooler, no
I
matter
think
what
it's-
we do.
I mean, I'm already pretty damn great.
Yeah,
But
you're the coolest girl in town, absolutely.
Yes.
But
thank you for
Thanks,
acknowledging it.
Daddy looks at Sheer like,
It was a very promising middle part, and you fell off a little at the end of that. But I think we should contact them and at least find out where they are, and then maybe plan from there. Maybe
I
it's
agree.
a path.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
wasn't Kyola going home to, well,
We don't know
meet
where
up here?
she was going.
Aren't they?
They
I
went
don't know.
with. Shit,
I don't
what's her
think I
name?
know that.
An
Never
aisle.
mind.
An aisle, yeah. They went off. But without too many specifics of what exactly they were, where they were headed.
Into the lesbian sunset.
Which really is the important part.
It's
Oh, yes.
true. But you're right, she wouldn't contact us until she absolutely needed it or something was terribly wrong.
Yeah.
And it seems like both.
Yeah.
Worth following up on, in my opinion.
Oh,
You
Skadi,
can
by
do
the
that.
way, if you responded, then that was the message that got sent already.
yeah.
Maybe we hear a response?
Well,
You did ask, right? There was a question in there when you were initially...
Anybody who wants to can make me an intelligence check.
Ruh-roh.
Oh boy.
You mean the
Oh,
stat
boys.
that is now a dump stat?
Oh yeah, my
mean,
dump
we-
stat.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work twice a day.
Quite my dump
got it.
stat.
Oh.
It's pretty close.
19
Okay,
from
that's
me.
cheer.
Yeah.
Right,
It's a
cheer. Hell
9.
yeah.
All right, Sheer. So it occurs to you that if she was using a sending stone to contact you, and you gave away your location, and you haven't heard an immediate thing back, that either it's not something that she can cast, or there's the possibility that maybe it's not a thing she has prepared, depending on what type of caster she is. You don't have a lot of information on that.
Like I said, stone is once a day, but can she contact us magically? Is that a spell that that person knows?
He was a
Oh, fine,
druid.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
At least she's never.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
more.
Most of her magic was all like nature shit.
Yeah.
flaming balls, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we contact her? What is the neighbor sound?
Someone who can do that.
Yes, I know. Hold on. As you
there aren't many
see,
of us who can.
The campaign is derailed for a whole 72 hours because no one has
No.
sending prepared.
Yeah.
I have one left. I can send her a message.
Well, it's evening, so we could take a rest.
No, I have one. I have one now. I can use the.
Yeah,
I can do the
do
thing.
it. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And then we can take a rest, and then
Yes.
we can use more. Yes.
My
Yeah.
point, yes.
Ah. Why don't I have like? I need a thing that just. I need a walkie-talkie. That's what I need. I need sending
What?
stones that are. Oh, it's an old family saying. Sending stones that are just have an unlimited talk and voicemail plan where like you can play things back as people send them to you.
That would be really nice. Yeah.
What in the Pathfinder shit is that?
Bjorn in the background, like, pulling his pants on, you know.
Oh God. You
The
really one
D&D
leg at
is
a time?
populated by a bunch of introverts who have a word cap every day and then want nothing to do with you.
OG Twitter.
Which I mean, valid.
Yeah.
It's fair.
They gave us too much when they bumped us to 240.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, what am I asking? Scotty, what did you say? Hurry up.
I said we were in Rosenberg. I think I said something about Bjorn's pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
That's
Yeah.
good information.
Good use of words.
I think that was probably the most important part.
Let's ask
Maybe
them
ask-
where they are.
And
ask where they are.
how we can help if.
Oh, I did ask that, but then I didn't know how sending worked.
Ah,
Did you run out?
right.
How early did you say that one?
I think that one was towards the end.
Okay. Well, we can
Location,
just
how
wait.
can we help?
Yeah.
Where are you? Oh, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
location.
Oh, yes. Okay. Where are you? How can we help? Do we need to meet up?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
You up?
Yeah.
You up? Do you have hit points?
I mean, do we want to give the location of a bar we can meet her at? If she's
Do we
can get
want to go back to why is the gluttonous goat coming to mind? What's the bar?
do not in town.
That's where that was a different bar.
Different bar.
They
Fuzzy Silky is the one.
Kelpie.
Kelpie, yeah.
Right.
Is he
there it
cookie?
is.
Well, it depends on whether it's a better idea to go to her or for her to come to us.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a next sending kind of.
Well, I'll say, shall we meet you or meet us at
Yeah.
Fuzzy Kelpie?
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
And,
There's a-
and I will
Do you have
get
enough
a
words?
response.
There's a chance that she would not know what that bar is.
Well, we said that we were in Rosenberg, so if she can make it here, then she'd be able to figure out where that was.
If you have enough words, you can just add just tack on bar at the end there.
Coordinates are numbers, single words. I think they should be.
Or hyphen.
Depends on the word count.
My brain just emptied itself as soon as I looked at a blank page. Are you okay?
Where are
Well,
you?
where are
You need
you?
help.
How
Or
can we
how
help?
can we help? Yeah.
Are you okay? Where should we meet?
If hair. Fuzzy Kelpie Tavern.
It's a tavern.
Old bar. I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
I don't know either. I don't know. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe I wrote it down somewhere. Maybe Natalie wrote it down somewhere. Nope, I just wrote Fuzzy Kelpie. That is it.
Yep, me too.
Nothing else.
Oh, I have extra words.
You gotta use it or you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Okay, I cast sending. I shake my entire desk in excitement. Viola, it's sullen. Are you okay? Where are you? How can we help? Meet you elsewhere or here at Fuzzy Kelpie? Not.
Right. And now we wait.
Sullen throws Bjorn's belt across the room, trying to smack him in the tit with it.
This is taking a turn.
Dexterity check versus dexterity saving throw.
Let's fucking go.
You hear in your head, who the fuck is this? Why are you in my head? That odd bird one. Meet me in my house in Sherwood Forest.
Okay. She said to meet her in her house at Sherwood Forest.
Since when does she have a house in Sherwood Forest?
Probably
Absolutely
built
no
some like
idea.
log cabin with an aisle or some shit.
True enough,
Like a
However
garden in the
evil.
back.
Yeah.
Picked a
Sullen and
certain
Scotty.
evil.
You can make me a history check.
Well, I did a 3 on my dexterity check, so that belt landed halfway across the floor.
Oh,
10 for Scatty.
17 for Sullen.
was I doing a dexterity check?
Sullen,
Doing a dexterity save.
it occurs to you there was something different about Kyola's voice.
In a
Like it was very much Kyola. You
Right.
It was very much Kyola, but there was something a little bit, even though I didn't do it effectively, but like there was something a little more haggard. Sorry.
haggard.
Haggard.
Did it sound like it was the tonality of voice or like the manner of speaking? Like, did it sound like somebody was sick, or did it sound kind of like a parrot is like making the sound?
It's,
Or like, was it coming through like a recorder or something?
you know, it sounded more like the natural course of age.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. She had a whole goddamn life in the Feywild or some shit, didn't she?
Would I feel like Solon immediately goes to illness and kind of the diagnostic brain of like, can something happen to someone that would make them age, or that would like age their voice, like an injury of some kind? Specifically like a magically onset, like a spell that would like age somebody, or like a spell that would sort of remove someone's voice or something like that.
I feel like you've actually encountered that already with a member in your party.
When? Please remind me.
I believe that Scotty has been aged up via magic.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. But that was due to length of time. I'm putting dots together. That's okay. Sullen's thinking and has whipped open a spell book and is like scribbling down notes about, flowery words about all of the vocal qualities that he's.
Ellen, what did she say?
Hold on.
I think you've also encountered, I don't know that anybody's had this happen, but like they're very much, and you would know about this, that like there are certain undead creatures that the effects that their attacks have can age you.
Okay. And have we encountered any of those in the last? We have, right?
It's
We didn't
I think
count
we encountered them, but they didn't land any of the attacks. I don't think.
Yeah.
So we
Really?
didn't know.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain I've thrown wraiths at you.
I
You
think so.
have?
Very
Yeah, I think so.
recently. Yeah. Okay. Sullen takes a quick index and begins to mutter off, well, we've encountered wraiths, but also Scotty was pulled backwards, and then there's the issue of
Sullen.
all of us going. I'm sorry, what?
Common tongue.
Speak back
Come on.
the message.
What did she say?
Yeah.
She said it seemed like she forgot who I was for a moment and then remembered that I was quote unquote the strange bird one and then asked us to meet at her home. But I don't think enough time has elapsed for her to make an entire home. Unless she has, like a barn raising field team of 30. Which, I mean, I think she might be able to convince enough people.
Druids have a certain relationship with nature, but
That's true.
Bjorn and Scotty can make me an intelligence check. Or a history check.
see how it goes. Oh, could be worse. 14.
This guy's not doing hot today.
It's good enough. Actually, both of you, it's good enough. So, y'all recall that you traveled with Kyola a little bit before the party kind of got together, but in terms of like Kyola actually being with the group and then overlapping with Sullen, that was only a couple of weeks time, largely on the boat where Kyola pretty much was hanging out with the horses down below. So it may not be that odd for her to be like, wait, who are you? And then
She also wasn't super thrilled with most humans.
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't seem out of character to me. All right, well, Sherwood Forest is a start. It's not too far north of here, and isn't it the same direction as we were going to head for Annabelle anyway?
She was pulling out the map. I think it's
I don't know.
here and a little off. It's kind of a triangle.
It's northbound-ish.
You guys said that Kyola gave you things when you left. She gave you guys gifts.
I kind of, I oscillate between thinking that she was trying to lighten her load as she hit the road, and maybe it was a gift.
Kind of left a few things behind.
Yeah.
Well, but aren't there spells that help you find things or people?
Oh,
Or
yeah, I have
or
a
if we
couple of
remember
those.
something that she had. I mean, Usta.
True.
Because we get
I have
closer,
a-
so we're not looking through the entire forest. We can.
I have a
maybe
couple of
narrow it down.
those, but
That would help, yeah.
yeah, it's within 100 feet or 100 meters, or it really depends on how high a level I cast them at.
I mean, we'll get a sending per day as we travel. We can certainly
Yeah.
get more information as we go
Yeah.
as well.
More specific directions.
Yeah, rather than kind of standing in the middle of the woods and going, Kyola, as loud as possible.
Yeah.
Scaring all the birds.
That would
And
go
see.
very well. Yeah.
I would also say that for Bjorn, Scotty, and Annabelle, Sherwood Forest wasn't exactly the nicest of forests that you've ever been in.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's a little spicy.
I got
Oh,
robbed.
Of all the places for her to settle.
Wait,
also,
you got
like-
robbed.
I got robbed.
Annabelle, did you get robbed?
no.
No.
Okay, that tracks.
It was kind of we got surrounded, and it was either a really big fight, and we were outnumbered, and they had wizards and stuff on
Yeah.
fire, and we were already really tired because we had another fight and hadn't had a chance to sleep yet. So it was
Give us all
offer
your
them a ton of
money.
gold, or they would take everything. So
We're
I
a lot
gave them my
stronger
gold.
now, and we know what to look out for.
We could kick their asses now, but at the
It's-
time,
Yeah.
There was
Also-
there was a talking bear in that forest. That may be why she went.
I forgot about that. That's
Mhm.
right, yeah.
See, this is why I never leave the city, because you never know when you're going to encounter a talking bear.
It
that something
sounds
you've
like the
been
bear
afraid of
might
for a
be the
while?
least of the problems.
That's
was-
where Freya
yeah.
came from, too.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like an odd place for her to settle, but I
Right.
mean,
I mean, it's
I know
a
the talking bear
druid
seemed like a
and
great place that she would want to settle.
yeah.
yeah, it's a druid in the forest. I feel like this is all
Yeah.
tracking.
but but there are forests that aren't as weird, I guess. Aren't as
You could have all
Druid's
those
not kind of weird though.
Ores.
uh,
Well,
That's
we can
fair.
ask her when we meet her.
True.
Can also sleep, call her in the morning, try and get better coordinates or something. Because also
Yeah.
from the look of this map, it is not a small forest.
No,
Mhm.
and Scotty was right to bring up the point. I can probably find her if we are close enough. So when we get around there, we can probably, get a
How-
homing beacon out.
How close do we need to be for you to figure out like an exact location? Like, could you do that like now and then just get like a straight path right there, or?
No, I couldn't do it now. It would take me 1,000 feet, which is not that far, but it's a half
Alright.
2
mile.
miles.
Something.
Is that not a
Half
half mile?
I'm not good with land distances.
It's 5,280 feet in a mile.
Yeah, okay. It's totally a half mile.
So way less than that.
Math.
5,000 feet? Fuck that. 500 miles? Way too far. Would not walk 0.
Speaking of,
Oh boy, what do we do with our horses?
yeah, we're definitely gonna need horses if we're gonna be doing those.
Oh no.
It's a fairly large city. I'm sure we could
Which-
pick them up.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do it, but that's just something we got to keep in mind for the morning.
Mhm.
We also need to talk to Hazel and Blaze.
I
Because
feel like we
they
just
were doing-
awkwardly turned and Hazel and Blaze are
Yeah.
just still in the corner.
They would have walked
Yeah.
off when you started like
Oh,
chatting
okay.
and whatnot.
Oh man, now we have to find them.
I mean, they're in.
Like awkwardly in a corner, like having their own
Yeah.
hushed conversation.
Okay,
Whispered
I have a DM question.
Yes.
Can we argue that Find the Path, which is a 6th level spell,
Mm-hmm.
would be applicable considering we know the party, or at least 3/5 of the party, has been through Sherwood before, and we know kind of what would be a slightly inhabitable area
I will
to like boost our chances a little bit?
I will say it'll definitely boost your chances. And it'll get you on the path.
Okay.
There is some
Does
fuckery
anyone-
behind the curtain, though.
Right, okay. Does anyone have any objective Kyolas? Or Aniles, for that matter?
Would the Sending Stone count?
No, I mean like, a piece of leaf or a...
Well, she'd given me a book. If you count that as a possession.
Wait, what book?
It was a book on rune crafting that she bought along the way.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I need a set of divinatory tools and also an object from the location that we wish to find.
Ah,
Well,
But I don't want to consume Freya, so
no.
maybe we just...
Yeah, no.
Maybe the spell's a little weaker.
I mean, you could just even out the number of legs.
Baby.
Her name's Freya, not IHOP.
Listen, I know she has 5, but I don't think she needs to go through any more trauma.
Wait. I forgot she had 5 and not 3. Even it out. No, that's
Well,
cruel.
you know-
Anyway,
Your ring that makes you go invisible, wasn't that Kyola's? I mean, it was a
I
gift
would consume
from her.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. never
Oh,
mind.
then no, fuck that.
No.
Never
Never
mind.
mind.
The spell is going to be weaker.
This
This
thing
is
is
me
precious.
flavoring that it's going to not be as good.
She only left us good shit. We can't do that.
Well, we have a couple of options.
I'm sure she can give us better directions along the way.
True.
I think
That
we
we're
should not put the cart
dedicated
before
to
the
snow.
horse.
Yeah, I think maybe that and like a flyover before we start
Mhm.
giving up precious rings and
Yeah.
Yes. A last resort, perhaps.
List of things. I'm sorry, my brain is bouncing all over the place. This is usual for me.
Okay. As a last resort, you do have that coin Solon that when you flip it, it always lands on heads.
That's true. What does that have to do with anything?
Kyla gave it to you.
Oh my god.
Okay, as a last resort, we do
As a last
have
resort.
some things.
Yeah.
Yes, we have things.
But in
For
any
now,
case,
though.
yes.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we sleep, we acquire transportation, we look at a map, make a plan, and get out of here.
Well, didn't Hazel
That's what I
request
was gonna
that we
say,
speak
yeah,
to her as well?
Yes.
So that's a great plan for the morning. Maybe that's a plan for right now.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. I have way too much research to do.
Sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think being exhausted is going to help.
No,
You're
I
gonna
won't be
sleep.
exhausted. I'm just...
Even if I had to steal your books.
We're going to be traveling to the Sherwood Forest. You're going to have plenty of time to read along the way.
It's my brother.
I understand, but
I know.
as Sheer said, you don't want to be exhausted along the way.
Be all right.
Like, what time of the evening is it?
I don't think it's that late.
I don't
think
think
it's
it
after
is
sundown,
either.
but I don't
No,
think
yeah.
it's
it's
that
like-
late.
It's
Yeah.
like dinner
Afternoon.
time.
Yeah.
We'll call it dinner time.
So is that like library still open time or is the library closed?
Library
Libraries never close.
Well, it's technically a college town, so probably library
closes.
open, but we'll say library closed.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Continue.
Well, I, for the first time in quite some time, feel a lot better, so thank you all again for everything.
I'm really glad.
Good to see you back on your feet.
Yeah. Can I have my dagger back?
Yes, yes, you can. I'd like you to keep it anyway. That'll help. Hand it back. Scotty, you said you saw Iona back in the cave, right?
Yeah. When I thought I was dead at first because I got knocked down, but then I got back up again.
Right.
But yeah,
And she was clad in strange armor, right?
yeah. And she had my hammer.
Funny, I saw the same thing not
What?
too long ago.
When?
Well, I thought that the ceremony had failed, that she was there to take me to the next life. Maybe not Valhalla, I didn't fall in battle, but I don't know, she said it wasn't my time. And she looked, I mean, like herself, but with long white hair and golden armor, wings on her helm.
I put my hand up to your forehead.
I'm fine, Scotty.
Are you sure are you what? You're saying mom's a Valkyr?
I don't know.
Valkyrie.
It was the same description that you gave. She had your hammer.
Mom's not a Valkyrie. She's a soldier. She lives in the village in the middle of the woods.
Aren't Valkyrie gods, technically, kind of?
They're similar.
Yeah. Not
So
quite
yeah.
gods, not quite men.
So your mother's eternal?
No, my mom's not eternal.
I don't know what to make of it. It could be, I don't know, something else taking her form to speak to us, but I got the sense it really was her.
She's gonna be pissed about that if she hears about it.
So exalted.
Solid.
What?
I'll let you make it as a wisdom check.
What do you mean?
Make me-
Okay.
make me check.
Do good, do good, do good.
It's
You got-
bad.
you
It's
got
an 8.
this.
It's bad.
Oh,
It's real bad.
Damn it!
Okay.
Can I shock him for guidance?
I've read the book. I have the book on. Can I open the book up and like because I have the book that
I
my
will say
dad gave
that you
me.
have the book, and that will give you advantage.
Oh, thank you for the
Look,
gimme
look, look,
DM.
look, look.
Holy shit! It's a 12. What
Better.
Okay.
Come on,
so you
overton.
don't-
Very
don't-
distracted. Bjorn's not dressed yet.
Still shirtless.
Yes. like Valkyrian traditions, like they it's similar to other other religions and whatnot, but as they're describing it, somehow, like, you think about how, like, Scotty's hair turned white and how it was kind of glowing.
Mhm.
And Scotty was glowing.
Right.
And then you think about celestial beings and what they're thought of and kind of what they're describing. Sounds similar.
So what both of you are describing is an ascension of some kind, like your mother has become celestial. Kind of like Scotty, you had that, your eyes flash and your hair goes white and, you look really badass and you've got the hammer, and I think Bjorn had the wings once. That might be unrelated.
I sincerely doubt that's related, but it's possible. Scotty, maybe have you considered that she's always been a little more than human and just hadn't told you yet? Maybe you're inheriting it from her.
Seems like an awfully big secret.
Well, she's kept other secrets before. Good
I think
ones, I mean, to help me.
I think this group has kind of a lot of family secrets. I'm not shocked that
Understatement.
maybe our parents have them too.
Maybe there's more to your family than you realized, Scotty.
Maybe.
Tell the truth, I was glad to see her, thinking perhaps it was the end.
Well, she kicked your butt back to life, didn't she? She wasn't letting you to go down the easy.
I suppose so. Wouldn't be the first time she'd saved me.
Scotty, does that mean that you're going to ascend at one point and be a celestial?
I don't know what that means!
It may not be ascension.
It's
in Valkyr,
kind of.
men and gods walk together sometimes.
If Scotty's a god, cool.
Or a
Working on it.
demigod.
Demigod?
Who knows?
See, this is why I'm going to stay up all night studying. I have way too many books to read. As soon as I find the chapters, I'll look them up for you, Scotty.
Don't stay up on my account. I just gotta get home and I can ask my mom.
Yeah, but that's so
I
freaking
swear
cool.
to all the gods, Solin, I'm serious. I'm gonna take your fucking books.
I will help you, Annabelle.
And you won't know she takes them. She's really sneaky.
Nope.
Oh, damn it.
Why do you think I'm keeping that ring?
Wise. Unfair to turn it against the rest of us, but I understand. Okay.
Come on. Let's go.
All right.
Hazel!
Yes.
Did you need to speak to us?
Well, how about I start with thank you, Hazel, for everything, for helping me and all of us.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yes, I did. So I went back through, because we had a little bit of time, and I went back through all of the paperwork that you lot got in that keep that you were in. I'm fairly confident that that a hefty amount of the financial backing behind your sister Annabelle and the man who put your sister to sleep and your sister, that group that's trying to bring about Shaw, a lot of that funding is coming from Valkyr.
That's a twist.
It's unusual.
Right.
Is there any more
Fair.
detail than that, or?
In fact, and she pulls out a page that there's basically a code that is written in, and it looks like some financial documents, and she breaks it down and shows you that it's basically funding sources and fundings going back and forth, and that though in a convoluted way to try to obscure where the money was originally coming from, you can trace it back to originating to Valkyr under the direction of just a single letter, an O.
I am looking at Bjorn.
That mean anything to you?
If I had to hazard a guess, and I'd say it's a decent one, I would say it's the king. Orm. He's
Okay.
not well regarded by all of Valkyr. You won't find he's hated by everyone, but he tends to deal in promises, power, manipulation.
Lovely.
I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up a part of all this.
Why would the king of Valkyr want to get involved in this, though?
Yeah.
Same reason he always has, probably power. He shouldn't be king at all to begin with.
What do you mean?
Speak on that.
Meaning he clawed his way into power. In the tradition of Valkyr, for many, many years, each of the clan heads has chosen a new king together. In this case, he forced people to vote for him or made promises one way or another, and those who stood in his way, he destroyed. He went so far as to destroy an entire clan, just to make it happen.
Can I get an insight check on that?
You can go ahead and roll insight. I'll have Dusty, do you have a physical dice?
Yes.
Please roll whichever you would like, deception or persuasion. I will also let you do either deception or intimidation, potentially.
Damn.
Hmm.
Still just shirtless and flexing.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a 21, but I'm like, I think someone's kind of looking at Bjorn trying to figure out if that last comment about an entire clan being destroyed seems to hit a little personal.
I think that Sullen with 21 would notice that although Bjorn is speaking very calmly, there is definitely something under the surface. He seems very angry, but also like there is probably an old wound there.
Okay. Thank you. So if someone's willing to destroy an entire clan, then yeah, this doesn't seem like a far jump. Scotty, is this what you remember of this Orm person? A king, I guess.
I never left home, so all I know about the king is through Bjorn and my mom, and well, from their standpoint, he's shit.
Yeah, because your mom
It
left
sounds
battle,
like it.
right? All right.
It wasn't an honorable ascension. It was a lot of backdoor dealing, bribery, slaughtering. Entire families gone, entire clans gone.
Well, this looks like part of it. Hazel.
He would seem like the type to drag all of Valkyr into a war for his own personal gains. I would guess.
Wouldn't be shocked.
There's a bit more. Noticing that Valkyr is largely footing the bill behind this. I've partnered with a few folks who are not necessarily on the up and up to see if I couldn't get some information from over there. I have a contact who I believe knows you.
Me?
Well, the both of you. His name's Siegfried.
That's a name I haven't heard in a little while.
Who's that?
You might call him my best friend.
Another boy
I
from the
haven't
village.
seen him well, he went off on his own to make his way in the world. Fairly recently.
Did this person make his way back to Valkyr?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
He has. He's put himself into quite a precarious situation.
Well, what's happening?
He's been working his way, getting in, trying to get in closer to the inner circle of Orm.
That idiot. Well, he's a charmer and he's smart, but he's also brash.
Orm hired Gregor. As
Hired
a
Gregor?
revenge. Sid.
Buddy? Oh,
Am I skipping? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Civ. Your
All I heard was Siegfried, Gregor, and then Civ. So
okay.
it's just, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Siegfried is a mole,
Okay.
and he's found out that Gregor was hired by Orm,
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
and Civ may not have been the original target, but was
I'm
a
a bitch.
convenient one.
Who was the target, if any?
Ultimately, my guess would be Iona.
Oh. Iona, who chose to stop serving because she was upset about what was happening. Iona, who might be more powerful than we realized.
Want to take out dissenters?
Let's see Gregor
Maybe.
try and take out Mom. Probably why you went after Civ, the fucking coward.
buddy.
He's gonna get a hammer to the face eventually. We just gotta find him.
We have
I
to
mean, if
find him.
it's- We're spreading out onto a lot of locations. I know that
Hazel,
we're
did you
always
find
in
out anything
Stocklock.
else?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're absolutely right.
Was there anything else?
I think after looking through the events and the notes. One thing was not adding up for me. Make sure that I have this location correct.
Zooming in on a giant map.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have
Bjorn, are you dressed yet?
Yeah, I think he's gotten all his
Finally.
stuff sorted out. Chainmail back to Sullen, longbow back to Scotty, etc., etc.
Fine, you can have your longbow back then. I'll take my old one.
Why did you want to keep it?
I mean, if you weren't going to notice it was gone.
You're welcome to borrow it whenever you like.
You can't tell a sibling that.
It's true.
You're
Fair
never going to see it again then.
That is how that works.
So we encountered the keep in the Scalanes region after everything had already gone dark, which made me assume that it had already been hit. I actually think that that may be the location, the final location. That is protection, because that'll be the location where Shah could potentially be reborn.
Good to know. We were so close before.
Do you have any inkling as to when? Are the numbers starting to add up in higher numbers? Is there a limit? Is there a top of the hill?
I think they need to hit 2 more keeps. They haven't gone to the Istraval region. You're muted. If you...
The opposite direction of Sherwood Forest.
Yeah.
But there was supposed to be, activity before they started working on the keep. That's why we sent the spies to keep an eye on the tavern, right?
Have you heard back from any of them?
No. Well, I did hear from one of Nefaris's people, but that was more just kind of about the components for this whole thing than
And that was
the
kind
other
of
stuff.
during the weird time jumping, so I guess they've had a lot of time to work on it.
And they could be dead, I think, is also a point to be made.
Yeah.
Seems we need to split our forces once again. What are your plans, the 2 of you?
Well, I think we are going to head to the Istraval region.
All right. Do you feel you'll be able to manage? Do you need our help?
Honestly, it depends on how far set in they are. If they haven't started, then it may be easier. No, I apologize. I did overhear your conversation. It's small living area.
That's
Yeah.
perfectly all right. We knew.
I
you were
assume
here.
at this point it's okay.
If Vasimir has stolen something, if there is a thing that she has stolen that is of interest to her, stopping her may be a good decision.
That's what I said.
I agree.
That something
yeah.
is supposed to also be on top of her mother's staff. I'm wondering if she's not the only person who wants it, but that we might.
Either way, it
looking
comes
at-
down to.
I mean, could she have stolen it to thwart her mother?
She got her mom's staff.
Well, I'm
Maybe.
saying that it might be a source of a larger power if it's Feywild related.
It's interesting
That's
because
interesting.
Vafir, at least as far as he has said, wants to preserve the world as it is to stop this. Vasmir seems allied in the opposite direction. I still have no idea what their mother wants from any of it, if anything.
She wanted to marry you for a hot second.
I think that's still happening. I think that's still in play.
I thought those in the spring.
Do we know what the wedding colors are?
I assume Scotty's going to be standing next to you. But what about the rest of us?
Maybe if we sort of destroy the family from the inside out, it won't happen.
Well, another thing to
You
kind
want
of
to
be...
destroy your family.
Well, I mean, there's kind of something that I'm interested in between two of the siblings. So if they fight, this is...
This seems like a plan that's going to take a long time, and we are
Yeah.
on a bit of a...
Right. What were you
That's-
saying, Scotty?
I remember Valfir also said that Vasmir is sometimes the owl, but the owl isn't always Vasmir. So what if
Right.
Vasmir is the owl when she took something?
Maybe, and I'd like to weaken the owl as much as we can.
So, like Hazel said, stopping her, checks a bunch of boxes.
Yeah,
does.
so we'll head
Um,
that direction tomorrow.
is that immediately where we want to go? Do we want to get a weapon first? It's a difficult
Yeah,
decision to make. I can't make
but
it alone. Selfishly, yes, it's the first thing that I want to do, but
I think this is more pressing.
We're also at a point where everything is a big journey, and if this is what we're doing, it's a
Yeah.
commitment to that.
We
Right.
knew there wasn't a chance that we'd get to all of the caves. And I think this is more important.
are you sure? Maybe time will
survive.
reverse itself again and we'll be able to do both.
Yeah.
I'd like to try to do both. It's possible Vasimir is...
So would I,
leaving,
but-
we need to...
Well, okay,
I think
listen.
this is first priority. This
We're
first.
going to Sherwood because Kyla asked us to meet her there at her house. Unless there's something critical in her home that we absolutely need to see, maybe we can ask her in the morning for slightly more information. And we know exactly where it would be, stop by, and then we can lose less than half a day.
It's it's 5 days travel if we do the
Further.
hawk thing.
From here to Sherwood.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's in the middle of it, it's like 400 miles.
Yeah, we don't know where exactly in the forest she is.
Right? Am I reading that correctly?
I don't think it's that far.
Need the scale on the
Rosenberg
scale
is J, right?
on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to the edge of the forest, it's like
Didn't you
maybe
guys-
150.
Didn't it take you guys 2 days to get from Brockenstein to Rosenberg once? Or am I insane?
I don't think we ever went straight from one to the other.
You went through because you were going to Falkfell, so you
Yeah, we
went
went
from
through the
Brockenstein
forest.
to Sherwood to Falkfell.
Yeah.
And that took...
Yeah, we hadn't
like a
been to
week or two,
Rosenberg
yeah.
until recently.
Okay.
Well, let's see what Kayola says. Maybe we're lucky. Maybe she lives on the edge closest to us.
Yeah. But either way, still means getting on the road in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we can hold out hope for both.
Yes. We'll make sure that you're as strong as the rest of us, Annabelle.
I already
Not that
am.
I'm
but
saying you're not. Yes,
Yeah, I'm
alright.
pretty sure she could kick most of our asses.
True.
as long as you don't have some giant magical hand holding me in a vice grip.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. Well, just,
There was a lot
I'm-
of cheating in that fight.
Yes,
From
but
the
cheating is
sidelines,
still a good
specifically.
weapon.
Yes. All right.
Okay. You all are going to Ishvar, right?
Ishtar, yeah.
Ishvar. We're going to Sherwood. When we finish speaking to Kyolo, maybe we message you. Just keep you in the loop.
Agreed.
You know, maybe we come upon a miracle where I can start casting spicier spells and can get us from point A to point B faster.
If you need our help, please let us know.
Oh, believe me, self-preservation is high in this one, if not in that one.
Well, I'm glad to hear one of you has it. All right.
Blaze trots off and orders room service.
Come on.
All right.
And we'll just like waving everybody towards the door. Don't forget your belt, Bjorn.
Yes.
Jeez Louise.
It's on the floor still.
I rolled a 14. I think I caught it.
You can
Well-
dodge a belt. Could you dodge a wrench?
Are you going to try me? I'm
Stop
feeling much
throwing
better now.
things in the nice apartments. Come on.
Hold on, let me see what I got to throw.
He flicks sparks at Scotty.
He's gonna zap you.
Gonna crackling bolt him.
It's at this moment that the fighter and the barbarian remember that they maybe have javelins.
Oh, no.
I don't think I do.
I am forcibly removing the javelins from Bjorn's
I'm-
back because he hasn't put it on his
I'm
back
pretty
yet.
sure I traded
And I am sneakily removing one of Solon's books from his bag.
Excuse you.
I'm just wandering off ahead.
2 of them are porn. Good luck.
Roll to see
Yeah,
if
go
you
for
get
the one that
porn.
you were actually reading.
Wait,
23.
Why do you have 2 porn books?
One of them is Valkyrian Gods and one of them is from Scotty gave it to me.
Oh, shapeshifters.
Valkyrian God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That seems
Oh.
blasphemous, but all right.
And a coloring book.
and a coloring book.
Ah,
Let's be realistic. I am going for his like journal, with where
Which
he's actually
one?
writing down all his research and shit,
Oh no.
so that he
Alright,
actually
wait.
gets
Uh-oh,
to
Saw Bjorn nude.
not to read it, just to force the man to get some
I-
sleep. That's
okay.
all.
Okay,
We
Annabelle,
need
the brown one or the blue one?
I don't know.
He has
Pick a color.
2.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll flip a coin. I'll roll for it. Let's say evens. It's the brown. Odds. It's the blue. Brown. That was a
Okay,
4 on the
that's-
D4.
That's his normal. It's his normal spellbook that has all
Okay.
of his doodles and also all of his handwritten stuff in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Send the other one. now.
I'm gonna perceive this, and I don't know. Can I perceive her stealing from me? She rolled a 23, so like
Sure, you can roll perception. I mean, technically, it would be against your passive.
I got a
but-
natural 2. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my passive is a 10. Nope, 14. Enjoy. You have my sketchbook now.
He's deadass just holding it.
I try to perceive this.
Someone looks up from trying to steal
While we're
stuff
walking.
out of- okay.
She has walked off ahead of the group, is like just holding
He
this
sees
and
nothing.
is going
He
ahead.
sees
Yeah.
nothing. You have it now. He sees
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, maybe it's time we have dinner. Or, I don't know.
Unless there's anything that you want to RP out over dinner or whatever, we can assume that you have dinner, whatever kind of libations you like, and eventually find yourselves to warm bed. Scotty.
Does this group have any diamonds left?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we haven't done the health potion shakedown, so can we just roll to see if we can find so we can...
Not tonight. You can't.
All right. That's fair. To bed. Or dinner. Bed dinner.
Dinner. We hang out. We vibe.
We make a shopping list for in the morning.
All right. One by one. Sleep finds each of you. Annabelle.
Ah! Yes.
You're sleeping. And at first, what you think is a dreamless sleep of inky black darkness. There's then a ripple in the darkness, like dark water. I can't help but notice that you keep leaning into my gifts.
Matter of necessity at a certain point.
I suppose so. But I can't help but notice. You've taken on my sword.
I haven't taken anything from you like that.
Oh, haven't you?
I have a sword that my aunt gave me.
Do you?
Assuming that this is like her usual form in this dream, she would draw the rapier to examine it.
Please describe your hex blade.
Sorry. Okay. I think it looks a lot like the original rapier that she had, but it's subtle differences that she wouldn't have picked up on just by like having the familiar weight at her hip. Like the weight of it hasn't changed. Not enough for it to be like noticeable before now. But as she looks at it, as she examines it, because it's already a well-crafted blade, it kind of shifts a little as she's examining it. And oh no, I didn't think about this ahead of time. I should have prepared this. I think that because it's a rapier, it's got like it's not a super, it's still a practical blade. It's not like super ornamental, like ones of like, it's not like lacy and open on the guard or anything like that. But it goes from just being that bare polished metal to having some like stamped patterns and designs in there, kind of like crawling up. It like she like watches as they appear. It's crashing waves going up across that surface of the guard over where like it covers up her hand, and then a almost bluish tint starts to creep up the blade itself, going from like that a deeper blue tone to the steel, fading out to that silver at the tip again. That you did that.
No. You did that. Oh, the wonderfully powerful things that you will do.
In your name? Which I could do in your name if I knew it.
You know my name.
You saying that what I've heard is right then?
Somewhat.
Very helpful. Yeah. Which I guess tracks with who I've suspected you to be for a while.
Just who have you have suspected me to be?
Well, that depends. Are you actually sure or not?
No. But you will be. And that's where we're going to take our break.
I'm sorry, what?
Hi, folks. We're going to take our break here. If you're watching us on Twitch, we'll be back in just a few minutes after we take care of our human needs, animal needs. If you're watching us on YouTube, then in a few days, the second half of the session or the next episode will be released for shorter YouTube, easier viewing pleasure. There's a gnat who's experiencing some feelings and some things.
You broke a gnat.
And I broke a gnat.
You broke our warlock, Jess. What the hell?
I mean, I had one warlock become a full cleric, so it's Nat's turn now.
Felt.
All right.
Just passing the brain cello around just like a fucking.
All right. So if you're watching us on Twitch, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang out, scream in the chat and whatnot. If you're watching us on YouTube, then, you know, we'll see you in a couple of days with the second half of the session.
But I will be